You know shit about being car sick.
I know everything about everything there is to know, Mommy. Especially about being car sick.
That's one way to do it, bud. Good job, Junkie.
Howdy guys, we're finishing up here on the non-landowner job. I haven't covered his moving this morning. Me and Derek moved the cutters. He moved his, I moved mine over to the other job. So Titus and Brutus is set up on the other job. Me and Big Daddy walked the job this morning, and it's going to be challenging. Not bad, just enough to be challenging. Trees are huge, ground lays aggravating. We're going to earn this job again. It'd be like the other Indian Mounds was. We come back over here, we're going to get skidders. And Big Mom and them's finishing up over here. And she's backing in middle block. She's backing in Mark to load him. Oh yeah, copy that, driver. She's about done. We're gonna have extra log trucks today. I'd say she's getting ready to load out Robin too. She's gonna have extra log trucks today. Me and Derek's getting the 2 skidders moved, and I'm gonna move Stevie last thing this evening. Oh yeah, she's about done with the logs. And shut my Jake off. We're probably here. We probably don't need the Jake right now. He said you load him. I gotta go. He's hauling back concrete. Yes, sir. Ah, okay. We're gonna put us a big load on Mark. Look at these butts, boys. Look at these butts. I'm back, baby. Look at that. Look at that job.
I never was a very good veneer cutter. We get in the back, bub. Get in the back. Oh, Davey. Oh, Davey. Oh, Davey. Alright, let's see if I can get y'all in there. Oh. Oh, yeah. Got her set in midget mode. Okay.
Stevie's over there to see if he can take any notes. Alright. This is wide oak. 2 wide oak logs. Put them right in the center. Yep, this is going to be a money load here. Wide oak walnut. Take me a minute to get my bearings here. Get the rust knocked off here, and I'll be on the ball. Stevie's truck seating. Let me swing around here and see what we got. Okay, renewing. Now this trailer's only 36 feet long. So you tend to push the wood up in the air just a little bit, or load it like a 2-bunk and be done with it. Let me jump in here and do a little bit of commentary. We're the boom. This is the first job. I hadn't covered the boom being gotten together so much and running with the new reman on the center section. Turned out great. Everything's great. Don't leak a drop except for when I put it back together and I put them electrical fittings in, pushed them together in a hurry. One wire, which was a ground wire, of course, it always has to be a ground wire, got pushed out of the connector. You know, on a multi-pin connector, you slide your pins in and they got a little click that they click in. Well, one of the son of a bucks, when I put it back in, I don't guess I got it clicked in quite right. I plugged it in and it was a ground. Plugged it in, pushed the ground pin out. Well, at this point, I don't know any of that. So I've actually, this is embarrassing, but we was trying to get going and I actually took a butt connector and jumped one circuit together on the ground side, which was wrong because it don't matter. It can jump all at once. The ground's back at the swivel where the problem's at. So it's irrelevant. I could talk all day about it, but anyways, at this point we don't know about it. We actually do this job and we do another job before it actually gets to be such a problem. It starts burning out diodes. We had three diodes burn out before we gave up on this thing. So, I mean, it turned into a fiasco. And I think the diodes was Big Cat proprietary, maybe. I don't know if it's proprietary or not, but we couldn't find the cheapest diode we could find for it. It's like a block with 3 diodes in it. Each. There's 2 of them blocks was bad.
and then no, 2 of them was bad, and then relay went bad because of it. Everything backfeeding through itself. But them was, I think, $150 a piece, so it's $300 worth of diodes. Oh, it was a mess. But we're well to the wiser now. We learned a lesson. But anyways, getting Mark loaded here, finishing up. Robin went back in to help them guys back in the woods. He was who's packing the concrete because they're making a crossing and stuff for one of the landowners to do a little bit of work to make everybody happy and pleased, make everything look right. It turns out great. I actually come back to this job a few weeks after we get off. Now, those of you who's not up on logger weight and the way logger weight works, I'm editing this right now. When I'm editing this, it is the 26th of December, the day after Christmas. When I captured this footage was the first week of October, I believe, or the last week of September, one or the other. So my footage is old, but it's freshly made, and it's just I got lag time. The reason I done this with lag time is because right now we're a month in of logging at Crane Naval Base in Indiana, and Crane, you can't do any recording or none of that stuff. So I did all my recording ahead of time so I could just edit videos and do my thing and get shop videos. There's plenty of shop videos coming, guys, and those of you that likes the shop videos and the sawmill videos, I will start incorporating them in to this mix so there's a breakup, so it ain't all just logging. Y'all get burnt out on logging and wham, burn you out with sawmill videos. So I got some family videos, I got some sawmill videos I'm going to start incorporating into the mix here, but I'll start dating them and letting y'all know, maybe not the exact date, but at least the relative time of when we're actually doing things. So when I start into a sawmill video or a family video or something, I could tell you, roughly when we're doing it, what time it is, so when you're watching, you're not like, well, this is, now he's wearing they're all wearing, thick clothes and jackets and stuff, and then the next video right back in a t-shirt, and it looks like, what, it was last year, that sort of thing. So anyways, all that being said, everything's going good, the move's going smooth, and we're getting ready to move to the second, I don't know if I want to say, well, might as well, I'll let it spill out anyways. It'll be the second Indian Mounds that we got, and this job we're getting ready to go to it's not the record size job we've worked. It's a big one. It's one of the big ones. It's probably in the top 10 jobs we ever worked as far as size goes. But what it is record tree size. We have never worked a job. What we're going to, anything on logger weight you're seeing, what we're going to is the largest tree size average of any job we've ever worked in company history. And that's taking in all the jobs that's on record for our company. So we're getting ready to work the record tree size of any job we've ever worked in our careers on the second Indian Mounds. And I get to talking directly about, how it's going to be tough like the other one was, and it's actually worse. You're dropping great big sows down these hoes, and you can't get them lifted back up out of the hose. So there's going to be plenty of good videos coming with a lot of struggling on the logging side, but there's also going to be family videos and sawmill videos. Levi's here, and he wants to say hi. You got to lean down to it, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Me and Levi put brake lines in the old Chevy today.
Yep.
And Levi got him a Lego B17F, the Memphis Belle.
Yep.
And built it.
2 days.
It did.
Yeah. 2 days to build it.
It was a lot of pieces. It turned out pretty good.
910 pieces. And before I had an Abrams tank I had to build, that was 828 pieces.
This boy is a Lego maniac. He is. I have to admit for that. I was proud of him for sticking with it. I don't know if I could have done it when I was his age, if I could have stuck with that. How many pieces on the B-17?
910.
And how many on the Abrams?
828.
Wow. But anyways, we'll come back here. I'll let it go back to the video. I'll come back here towards when we get moved to the next job here, or when we get moving.
We'll be back.
come out that road, I thought I was recording, but I guess I wasn't. Good busy too. How you doing back here, buddy? You can wait your turn. Had to load more. Me and Derek, we're moving to Skitters now, and I'm going to come back after Stevie, or else Derek can move Stevie. I might take Whitey back tonight, do some things then, I don't know. Looking pretty good, it's working out okay. A little slow, but we're working. Ryan,
All right, bringing Roger in here to the next job. Roger and Junkie is helping finish up back on the other end. And I'm gonna bring Irma over here, dump Irma off, and run up in the woods and try to organize things real quick. Everybody's shooting from the hip. Everybody's scattered. I think Big Daddy's bidding on a patch of timber today. He ain't even on the job site. Or yeah, he was. He's back and forth. So Big Daddy's running back and forth. Big Mama is at the mill doing something today. I forget what. It's been months. I've slept since then. And some of them's finishing up the job, and I think Big Daddy comes back in to help finish up that non-landowner job, put some finishing touches on it. Meanwhile, me and Derek's moving equipment over here to the new job while Stevie helps finish up, and that was a grain truck just come through, made that dust. Stevie's finishing up in the yard, cutting veneer up and stuff with the den on the non-landowner job, which turned out to be some decent veneer. I got like an hour to an hour and a half, I think, spare. So I'm gonna buzz up here with Irma. We don't have a bulldozer on the job site yet, and I'm gonna run up here and organize a road system, just a quick cut out of a road system, because the way this ground lays, it's gonna need one. And try to get this organized so when Derek and Stevie and Robin? When Derek and Stevie and Robin, yeah, that's who does it, comes in to log tomorrow, that's a Osage orange tree all the way out there. When they come in to log tomorrow, they'll have their road system figured out, so they ain't floundering around trying to figure out, well, where's the daggone road system? And I don't micromanage by any means when I'm doing the road system. I just knock her out. I was like, all right, this hillside's going to come through here, and that hillside's going to go through there, and this is going to be our main corridor, so to speak. And then I leave a lot up to the imagination of the timber cutter, so that way he can adjust. If he's got a few trees that's leaning towards this manner or that manner, he can modify the road just a little bit, or Skitterman can after he lay, but you're trying to lay out the main corridors, Hi. Okay. I'll give y'all a quick once over here. Let me step up on Irma. Okay, that's a old
That's an old opening up over there on the other side of that mess of stuff. Okay, it's heavy to walnut. Them's gonna have to be probably hand cut for safety's sake, because walnut's way too expensive. Here's another natural line. So obviously this was open ground. That over there was open ground. They let this walnut grow in here. It's the best I could tell, but look what they've done. Look at all the other walnuts coming back. There's catalpa mix in it, but it's catalpa and walnut. That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah, it's short-bodied stuff, but that's an expensive wood growing in there. But I'm gonna take y'all off the hood of Irma here, and for safety's sake, because I'm gonna have to go set up that valley down there for Derek and him tomorrow. And I need to get with it, and I don't need to be looking for a camera. So I'm gonna shut y'all off and get to it.
This has been a day so far. I had to repack that blade on Junkie Skidder. The big grapple had a leak on the main pressure hose coming out of the main hydraulic pump, which runs the whole skidder. That thing had a leak. I had to pull it apart, put O-rings in it, put it all back together, run it a while, check it, make sure it didn't leak more. Now that's good, that's fine. Now I'm going back over to the other job to pick up Big Daddy, his dozer, because he had to jump to another job where he had dozing to do on another job. So picking Big Daddy's dozer up, Roger and Junkie's over here doing more seeding and more fence fixing and stuff like that. Haven't seen him all day. Robin is on junkyard skidder, skidding off of Derek and Stevie. They are, Derek's cutting with the rubber cutter and a lot of chainsaw cutting, and Stevie's topping for him and setting out. It's slow logging. It's going to take both our teams working. The way we're going to set this job up when we get to working is Derek's going to take the rubber tire cutter, the 661 steel, and him and Robin's going to use junkyard skidder, and he's going to carry Kate with him, and with a 20-inch bar to do any topping that Derek can't do, and to buck some down, because some of them will have to be cut into logs before we move them. Me on the other side, I'm going to have Brutus and Puddin'. Puddin's got a 28-inch bar, everything full comp chain on the job site, nothing skip tooth or semi-skip. Me and Brutus and Roger in the single arch little G2 is going to skid off of me, and we're going to spoil from each side to feed Stevie's yard. And Stevie is going to have it in, and he's going to take Annie, which is Roger's chainsaw that Roger can't run no more because of his shoulder. Stevie's going to take Annie and a 28-inch bar with full comp chain. Wow. What an idiot. What a freaking idiot. And he can handle anything that's too big for the din-din to buck up. And he's going to load junkyard and tiny, and they're going to bring stuff down to the boom. I'm going to get Big Daddy's dozer. I'm going to haul it back over here. I'm going to be about out of day, but I got to work on his ball, where the blade, we got a 708 John Deere dozer, and the blade, where the blade mounts to the ball, we got an issue there. He's afraid he's going to lose his blade or something. I don't know. I got to get in there and see what's going on. So I'm going to move his dozer over to seeding, unhook my low boy, park it, work on Big Daddy's dozer, come back in my log trailer, and park all our equipment up here at the job, our log trailers and stuff. So everybody's got to quit about 2 o'clock this evening, 2:30 max. Everybody run over here and get a log trailer. And hardly anybody haul a load of logs in this evening. Most of us will ride back in service trucks. Granted, Roger Junkyard gets done over here. What a mess. This is a pickle, nickel, 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 pickle, nickel, pickle, pickle, nickel.
I know I talk about it all the time, about how our guys are multi-talented and stuff like that, and how proud I am of them, and I'm not bull messing y'all. I'm telling you all the truth. It's imperative for our company that these multi-talented guys that we have now working here, they can step in there and do any odd job that needs done. Solve any problem that needs solved. If you'd have told me 10 years ago that we'd be working with people like this, I'd have told you you're full of baloney. And it's happened somehow, and I can't brag on them enough. Now, everybody's got their things, you know. Everybody's got their struggles and their battles they're trying to fight and stuff like that. Everybody's got our we all got our weaknesses. But I'm telling you, as an overall, the way things, the balance are, and the way things are working, and the way they understand the technology. We're not cutting edge technology on a lot of our equipment, and I don't know where we want to be there yet, but we're sitting in a really good spot right now. And like I said, Blackie's sitting there missing going down the road. It sounds like one of these guys are a bunch of idiots. But things are lining up. Things are lining up just in the right spots to be good, and people, I just can't, it's all about them people. I'm telling you, you ain't got the right people, you ain't got nothing. You got to have the right people. And Stevie or Derek or Robin or Junkyard or Roger or Big Daddy, or any of the guys at the mill. Eli, when I'm doing this editing right now, Eli had a scare, had to go into the hospital last week before last. Then this week, his daggone loader messed up, a head gasket. And everybody just fit right into where they need to be. It was a mess, but it turned out great. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant or nothing. I'm not trying to sound like we got it all figured out. We got plenty of shortcomings ourselves. But I'm going to tell you the one shortcoming we don't have, and it's our people. They're wonderful people. The chemistry works. That, to me, is just fan-freaking-tastic, as far as I'm concerned.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and hit that bell. Thanks for watching the video, and make sure to get that walkway.com merch. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
We love you. See you.
He's like them listening.